Today's look is this one. It's perfect for Valentine's Day, whether you're going out on a date or you're having a fun time out with your friends, or even if you're staying home and want to practice. It's very simple. I promise you the steps are really easy, but you're going to look beautiful. Hope you enjoy it. You want to start with the eyes first. So we're going to prep and prime the eyes with concealer. Just want to make sure that we have a good flat canvas to put the eyeshadow on so it has the most impact. Now this concealer is the same color as my skin tone. I just want to cancel out any redness, or if you're like me, any veins, to make sure that the eyeshadow looks as bomb as possible. Now, once you have your eyes all primed and ready to go, we're gonna start with the crease and do a little bit of contouring of the eyes. Now, you wanna start off with an eyeshadow that is very similar to your skin color. So I'm gonna go right on the crease of my eye. Now, once I have the color blended in nicely in my crease, I'm gonna go with a shade of brown that's a bit deeper to deepen the crease and also put on the outer V of my eyes. Always start off light, because you can always deepen it up, but if you start off too dark, it's hard to take it back. So start off low and work your way up. And I'm gonna go right underneath the crease and right on top, and also on that outer V, kind of flicking it up, making a wing with that shadow. Remember, you're making a wing, flicking it up, outer V, and then bring it into the crease. This part is that touch that you're gonna really use to set the whole look off. So we're gonna take a nice shimmery gold shadow, whichever one is your favorite that you can use. This is what I'll be using. And this is MAC's Wood Winged. And because I want a lot of impact with this sparkly shadow that I'm gonna put on my lid, I'm gonna use my finger, rub it in, place that right on my lid. Just gonna really press that in all over the lid. And using your finger just really helps you get a bigger color payoff. You can use a brush if you like. Okay, so once we have the shimmer where we want to make sure that we have balance on the top part of the eyelid and also on the lower rim. You're gonna use an eyeshadow brush. Take and start off with the transition shade that we used before. And you're gonna run it right underneath the lower rim of your lash line. And then you go in with that darker crease shade that we used earlier and go right on top. Now, once you do that, it's time for the eyeliner. Now we're gonna use the same trick that we used in my previous video with the work makeup. We're just gonna line the outer third of the top and lower lash line. Take a black pencil. Don't worry about getting this perfect. We're gonna go back over it with the shadow. Bring it out. Always want to elongate the eyes. Now, since it's Valentine's Day, we want to add a bit more drama. Instead of using a brown powder to go over top of it, we're going to use a black eyeshadow powder to go over top, right where we did the eyeliner. I'm gonna go in with my Lancome Tanti Dole foundation. Okay, now I want to brighten up under the eyes, so I'm going to go in with a concealer that's a couple of shades lighter than my actual skin tone. Now for this, you can use your finger or a brush or even a sponge. I'm going to use that same foundation brush that I was using earlier. Now let's go with mascara. Now ladies, the glow continues. So for a look like this, you want to shine not just from your heart, not just from your eyes, but also on the skin. So we're going to add some highlight. Oh, but before we add the highlight, we gotta contour our face. So we put the foundation on. Our skin is one shade right now, which is not realistic. So we're gonna add some depth back to the face. We're gonna continue on with the cheeks, and we're gonna add some blush. We're gonna go right on top of the contour to place our blush. Now it's time for the highlight. So I'm gonna start off with a cream, and I'm gonna be using Fenty Beauty Matchsticks in Rum. I'm gonna go take this highlighter, use my finger, get some on my finger, and then I'm gonna go right on the high points of my cheekbones and tap in the color with the cream. And I also want to take it up just over top the tail of my eyebrow. Just slightly. Because you want to glow, but you don't want it to be obvious. You want to be like, oh, I'm glowing. Oh, me? No. And now I'm going to use that same highlighter to go right at the arch of my eyebrow. So I'm going to take a small detailer brush using that same cream highlighter. I'm going to go right at my arch. I'm also going to do it on the inner tear duct. Take that same detailer brush and go right at the inner tear ducts of my eyes. So when we have a cream down, we're gonna lay a powder on top just to set it. Using that same finger, swirling it around. Let's go with the cheeks. Set that glow in place. Grab the brush again. Go over top that arch highlight. And the inner corner highlight. Okay, so now we're gonna set our entire face with a loose powder. And lastly, we're gonna do the lips. Now, as I always say, it's really up to you what color you wanna use. My tip that I usually go with is if I'm doing more dramatic eyes, I keep the lips pretty neutral, or if I want, my cheeks to stand out, then, I tone everything else really down. So I'm gonna do a neutral lip. And then I'm gonna fill in my lips with just a pink gloss. All right, now let's let this hair and outfit match the face.